Hi guys, Shannon Sharpe here. And before we get started on today's show, I wanted to tell you about Toyo Tires. On Undisputed, we're always talking about UFC star Conor McGregor. There's no denying his toughness, and there's no denying the toughness of Toyo Tires. That's why Toyo Tires has been a proud sponsor of the UFC. Just like UFC fighters, Toyo Tires are built for battle. It's an all-or-nothing philosophy. Durability, aggressive design, on- and off-road capabilities, Toyo Tires has it all. No matter what you drive, Toyo has you covered. And don't forget about their cool, slick look. Any vehicle, every terrain, Toyo Tires is the best choice. Tires are one of those things you cannot sacrifice quality on. Trust me, you don't want to be left stranded on the side of the road with a flat tire. So the next time you need tires, ask for Toyo. To experience more, visit toyotires.com/UFC. That's toyotires.com/UFC.
Welcome to the Skip and Shannon Undisputed podcast. I'm Joy Taylor. Here's what this podcast is all about. It's an unscripted, unfiltered, undisputed version of the day's show, and there is a lot to get into in today's podcast. Let's start with the fight. The final press conference for the fight was held yesterday here in Vegas. It was a lot more subdued than the previous press tour by both fighters. Let's take a listen to Floyd and Conor.
We are prepared for 12 3-minute rounds. He messed up with them 8-ounce gloves. It was amusing all that as well, but I'm very, very happy with the 8. We usually fight in 4. We're going to fight in 8. I'm going to outbox this man at his own game.
I was born a fighter. I would die a fighter. And it's not going to be easy, Conor. It's not going to be easy. Remember, Pacquiao got bombs. Canelo got bombs. Shane Mosley had bombs. But remember this, the same way you give it, you have to be able to take it.
And when it's all said and done, you know what? I'm going to feel a little bit sad because you should have all kept your mouth shut. You should have left me over on that other game that I'm from, that more ruthless game where we bounce heads off the canvas and drill them into the floor. You should have left me where I was because this man is not on my level. He's not even a quarter of the man I am.
Shannon, we're just 2 days away. How will this fight unfold?
You know what Floyd was doing?
It's a little
Wait, you're drinking a cup with nothing in it because maybe Floyd doesn't have nothing left. Is that right? At age 40 and a half?
It was something in that styrofoam cup last night.
Oh, yeah.
Skip, I think it's going to be a feeling out process. Look, I don't think don't expect gaudy Ward from opening bell until somebody gets, till the final bell. I don't think we'll see that. I think Conor's going to be the aggressor early. I think Floyd is going to feel him out, see what Conor has to offer. Now, he's talking about he's going to outbox Floyd. You and I both know that's not going to happen. He only has one way to win this fight. He only has one punch. He has the straight left or the overhand left. Now, he can try for that one-hitter quitter, that overhand left. But you know what? When you throw that punch, Skip, you leave yourself susceptible for, ooh, pap, 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 pap. Like, what happened? And that's what's going to happen. You know what's going to happen. And this fight is not going the distance. I want another case of do. Floyd's going to get him out of there because he can't outbox Floyd. And in order to throw those bombs that he needs to throw to get Floyd out of there, he's going to leave himself vulnerable. Skip, in the MMA, the reason why they go down so easy is because you have to guard against so many things. You got to watch against a knee strike, leg kick, elbow. And so while you're trying to tense yourself and worried about a leg strike, somebody clips you, you're on the ground. Floyd, all he worry about is one thing, the left hand. That's all Conor got. You keep talking about he has thunder in one hand and lightning in the other. No, he doesn't. He's a one-handed fighter. And a one-handed fighter is not going to beat Floyd Mayweather. Floyd Mayweather is going to make it look really, really easy. And at the end of the day, I don't want to hear no excuses from you. I don't want to hear, well, he's a novice and he never boxed before. Take this butt cutting back to Ireland and enjoy it.
And enjoy it. So you keep creeping out onto that limb. Am I hearing a KO, not just a tactical knockout? He's going to knock this man out. Floyd will knock out Conor McGregor.
The reason why we have a referee in the match, Skip, is because we don't want Conor to take too much punishment.
Okay.
The fight, I don't care how it stops. Maybe a black cat runs in the ring and they stop the fight. But Conor McGregor will get stopped. This is not going to the judges. The judges will play no role in this fight. Conor McGregor is going home with an L, tail between his legs, and Floyd Mayweather will be 50-0 and take that pretty nice. You saw that belt? Got like 3,000 diamonds and 600 rubies and emeralds. It won't be leaving Vegas.
Well, wait, the IRS is going to take it, right?
Don't worry about that. Hold on. Didn't I tell you? Now we're gonna have Leonard Ellerbe on the show later.
We are.
He told me that we're gonna come to the ring with about 30 mil in cash.
In cash?
Cash.
So you
Well,
can
that's like
hand it to the
$7
IRS.
Hand it to
million short
him.
of what they
Okay.
need,
Hand
right?
it to him.
Well, wait a second. If Floyd's going to make 100 and what? Let's see, 250 million, right?
Yeah,
250 million.
yeah.
So he owes 22.
Yeah.
So if I'm doing the math, the IRS is going to say we need half of 250 right now plus 22.
No, you're not getting.
So you need what? 150 million. You need to just hand it right to the IRS at ringside, right?
Look here. I'm gonna take a picture of the money.
Yeah.
And say, look, this is what y'all want, but you're not gonna get it until we send it to you. Now y'all need to leave me in Florida alone while we turn up. Now we got you 30 million in cash. We'll send the later to you at a later date and time. Now leave me in Florida alone. Conor, you gotta shake him to wake him up. Conor.
Leave her computer
Conor.
alone.
Oh,
Leave her computer alone.
Floyd can buy me a new computer
Yeah.
after all of it,
yo,
too. It's broken.
We're gonna bring you the big IBM. We're gonna buy you Henry, whatever his name is, that big one. But you're gonna be sad, Skip Bayless.
Okay. My turn. You want to know the truth? I have no real idea how this fight will unfold because Conor McGregor is unorthodox, he's unconventional, and he is wildly unpredictable when he fights. And I think that's exactly what we will see or not see in this fight. I'm just going to guess here. I think that conventional wisdom you can throw right out the window, throw it out into the rain here in Vegas, because your conventional wisdom is, oh, Conor's only got one chance. He's going to have to come out and flail at him and attack him and try to maul him and bully him because he's bigger and stronger and longer. And he's got more punching power than Floyd ever dreamed of having, so he's going to have to throw it all out there in rounds 1 and 2, because what did Conor say? If we go down to 8-ounce gloves, I'll end it in, what did he say, 2 rounds? He said originally it'll end inside 4 rounds. And guess what? Once again, he has won the psychological battle with Floyd Mayweather Jr. He is just leading him right down the path to destruction, because here's what I think will happen. Obviously, Conor knows he cannot outbox Floyd. Nobody's ever been able to
That's what he
outbox
said.
Floyd.
That's what he said.
He's just stringing him along. This is all psychological warfare.
So
You know what he can do? He's already proven to me he can outfox Floyd Mayweather. Floyd's fallen into the trap of 10-ounce gloves down to 8-ounce gloves. He's fallen for all the taunts, some of them racist taunts, because all Conor's trying to do is get under his skin and inside his head, and then finally right down into his soul. And that's what he will try to do in the first 5 or 6 rounds of this fight. I think he will try to pull a Floyd on Floyd. You know what I think he'll do? I think he'll come out and not engage. I think there's going to be a whole lot of taunting. There's going to be a whole lot of trash talking. I think he will go for the psychological throat right away. He'll probably be going after Floyd about, why don't you try to beat me up like you beat up all those women? That's what I think he's going to reach for a bit, go as low as he can go to try to get deep inside Floyd's head.
And put his hand behind his back too, huh?
He'll do all that.
Okay.
There'll be a lot of dancing. There'll be a lot of retreating. He will try to mock Floyd's style for 5 or 6 rounds while throwing a lot of weird stances at him. Wait a second. You're in a wrestling stance. You're in a Greco-Roman stance. You're in a Taekwondo stance. You're in a karate stance. What are you doing?
Can't throw punches from those stances.
Okay, I don't think there are going to be many punches thrown for about 6 rounds of this fight. This is just my gut hunch feeling. And I believe by round 6 or 7, Floyd will be in his corner saying, what's this crazy bleepity bleep doing? You know, what's he doing? He's out of his mind. Is he going to fight me or not? Conor needs the crowd to turn on the fight. Conor needs the crowd to start booing the lack of action in the ring, because who is the pressure on here? It's on Floyd Mayweather Jr. to put on a show, because as Floyd said yesterday, once again, he used the word, this will be a cakewalk, right? So if not much is happening, if it's just a few little flurries through 5 or 6, 7 rounds, You don't think the crowd's going to start getting a little anxious? You're going to start to hear boos. And maybe, just maybe, Floyd is going to start to get a little frustrated because he knows, because you know, it would be shameful if this fight went 12 rounds. He would be humiliated, embarrassed if it went to the judges. You let that man stand. He's some MMA fighter. He's never had a single professional boxing match in his life. So the pressure will mount for Floyd to, guess what, come out of his textbook shoulder roll comfort zone. Conor needs him to suddenly become the aggressor because he needs to end the fight. He needs to press the action. Floyd has never had to press the action in any of his 49 fights. Am I right about that? That's just not his style. Conor needs Floyd to try to open up on him. And if in rounds 8, 9, and 10, Floyd tries to open up, I believe he will be open to taking that one shot. All Conor McGregor needs is one shot. It will probably be with the left hand, but it also could be with the right hand. All he needs to do is sting Floyd one time to hurt him. Little blood in the water with a little blood on the lip or a little blood under the eye. Just a little blood in the water. And all of a sudden, what's that?
You ever seen Floyd bleed?
I've seen him bleed a couple times.
I don't even know.
Yeah.
Do you have blood in him? I ain't never seen none of his spill, so I don't know what's inside of it.
Shane got him to bleed a little bit. Shane rocked him a couple times.
Hit him with his best, the hardest he ever been hit.
Yep.
Did Floyd go down?
Nope. He's got a pretty good chin.
Floyd.
But the point is, Conor McGregor, people miss the point on this, is a counter puncher. He needs Floyd to push the action. He needs Floyd to attempt to put him away because everybody thinks, including Shannon Sharpe, that he will be put away. You said by 9 rounds.
Yep.
So somewhere in the 9, 10 round range, all of a sudden, Floyd comes out of his comfort zone and he is exposed for the first time in his career. Now what happens? All of a sudden, Conor McGregor is much younger, much bigger, much stronger, and I believe, this is just me, I believe Conor McGregor is in much better shape at this point than Floyd is. Floyd is 40 and a half years old. He did not want this fight because he was literally retired.
Yeah.
And he has made remarks about, I hate training. I didn't want to go through this. I don't think he's in near the shape that he was when he was 30 or 25 or certainly 22, which is the last time he knocked anybody out when he was 22 years of age.
Of course not, Skip. He's 40. He's not 30. He's not 22.
So guess what? If you get him in rounds 9, 10, 11, and he's starting to feel the physicality of Conor McGregor, and it's starting to become a quote-unquote war at that point, I'm going to say big advantage Conor McGregor on just sheer physicality. Because, listen, I think Conor, I believe he is going to go up in weight after the weigh-in. He'll make 154. Floyd is a natural 147. You know it, and I know it. In fact, I think he's a natural 140-ish. That's what he is.
Skip, the only way... Fighters realize this. The only way you can really make money is if you move up in weight. Could Floyd fought his entire career at probably 140? Absolutely. But there's no money there. He realized the money is at 147, 154, and as you move up in weight, the payday moves up. And that's what Floyd understood. But Skip, you mentioned something about all the unconventional stances and the unorthodox of Conor McGregor. You failed to mention one unskilled. Floyd is...
I completely disagree with that. You're way under it. He is highly skilled with his hands.
Not in boxing.
That is his strength.
No, it's not.
He is a boxer by trade. I don't care what you say. If you watch his MMA fights, his UFC fights, he is at his best on his feet, not kicking, striking.
Skip, you comparing an MMA fighter to a 5-division generational fighter. That's what you're comparing him to.
Who is 40 and a half years of age.
And gonna cut butt like he's 22 and a half.
What did Sugar Ray Leonard tell us yesterday on Undisputed?
Yeah.
You know, there's always that moment when you come out and you're past 40, and all of a sudden, you're like, wait a second. I lost it. I just don't have it. I think Pacquiao lost it in the last fight. We saw Pacquiao attempt to fight.
Pacquiao lost it long time ago.
No, he didn't.
Maybe it was he left it in one of those syringes in the Philippines.
Ooh. Well, that's a low blow.
I'm just
Can
saying.
you prove that?
I'm just saying. I'm just saying. A guy went from 106 and knocking people out at 154, and then all of a sudden they started doing that. That's not the
The only syringe I know of is that he wanted to take a cortisone shot, a painkilling shot before the Mayweather fight, and Nevada said no. And so he fought with a torn rotator cuff.
Yeah.
And that was a quote-unquote fight.
And a torn butt, too. But anyway, hold on. How do you know Floyd didn't sit and lay the trap for Conor McGregor by saying, okay, I want to fight at 154 in 10-ounce gloves, and knowing Conor McGregor would fall prey, the lighter gloves. I believe Floyd believes he can touch him. I believe Floyd believes he can get him out of there. Ooh, lighter glove, pow, pow. Ooh, out of there. It won't go past 9.
Yet Shannon Sharpe sat there day after day after day in our LA studio on Undisputed and said, no 8-ounce gloves. We don't want 8-ounce gloves. Am I not right about that?
I said that, but I was hoping you like, you scared. They're going to give me an extra case of
It was a psychological trap. I don't think it was. I think you were flat out, literally scared.
It's not going past 9. You believe that?
You know what? I could believe that, but it's going to be the other way around from what you're thinking.
Skip, look, I don't really know how to explain it to you. It's like, okay, Floyd is like way up here. Okay, let me unbutton my jacket, Joe. You don't want to pop.
You don't want to
Floyd
pop that.
Floyd is way up here. Okay, this is Floyd, boxing skill. This is Conor, way down here. You know how he said, little head, little legs. It's Floyd, way up here. And Conor is way down here. That's where they are at skill level, Skip. Granted, Floyd is 40. He's not the same fighter, but he's a better fighter than Conor McGregor will ever be with just these. And that's what you fail to realize. And what you're going to see on display on Saturday night, it's going to make you like, you're going to like, Conor, I am so sorry that I wanted to see you get your butt kicked like this, but he will get taken to school. It will not be pretty. I'm telling you, Skip, he got these 8-ounce gloves. I've never seen Floyd this confident. There was a heckler in the audience when he was holding up that belt, that magical belt that one guy's going to get. Well, I know who's going to get it. It will not leave Vegas unless it goes on a tour with Floyd. And the guy's like, Floyd, don't get used to holding that belt. He said, what's your name, my man? He said, Alex. He said, I want you to have that same confidence when I wipe the floor with your boy. Now, Floyd never, all the Vegas say, Floyd never bets on himself. Floyd Mayweather is going to the window. He's going to slide about 10 of those big old bundles. Hondas. Going to slide about 10 of them in the ring.
I think a whole lot more. They're saying he's going to bet $5 million to win $1 million. Right?
He told Conor McGregor, if you so confident in your ability, bet your check.
Have you ever heard the expression whistling through the graveyard?
No.
That's what he's doing right now.
No.
And I hope he believes everything that you believe, because you are sadly underestimating the will and the skill of this opponent. This is a bad man. This is a high IQ combat fighter
He ain't bad
who is
with
the
the
better
gloves.
trash talker. He has already gotten inside Floyd's head, and he will continue to get deeper and deeper into Floyd's gut.
But what he has to do, he still has to get into that ring in 12 3-minute rounds. It's not going 36 minutes. Floyd is going to make the most money that any man has ever made in under 30 minutes. It's not going, Skip.
Yeah, he's going to make that anyway.
No,
but
no,
he's going to have to live with 49-1
Skip,
to an MMA
I
fighter.
don't- you know
that
what,
would be the ultimate career humiliation.
I'm going
You know
up
what?
to the
That
window.
would wreck your career. Floyd is carrying all of boxing on his shoulders into this ring, because if a boxer, a 49-0 boxer, loses to some guy that, as you say, he's
Hold on, whoa. You just said he's highly skilled.
Well,
he's more skilled than you give him credit for.
I'm just saying, the world sees a joke. The world sees what Floyd said. He said it's going to be a cakewalk. I want to see him eat that cake.
Cake.
That's
He
what I
meant
want to see.
cupcake.
Yeah.
Cupcake.
Okay, it's going to be a cupcake walk. I hope Conor is watching. I think Conor does watch Undisputed,
Yeah.
and I think it goes right up on his mental bulletin board,
no,
because you're like that heckler in the audience. Conor is going to say to you, I want to see you after the fight.
When he's laying on his back in the middle of the... No, he won't be laying on his back.
No.
The referee going to stop it.
No.
Because Floyd's going to have him in trouble.
Because you know in your heart of hearts, there's no way Floyd can actually knock out Conor McGregor.
If the referee stops
Can't knock out
Still,
anybody.
What difference does it make? If the ref stops the fight, like, don't beat him no more. Son, don't do him like this.
If it's a joke, you should have the courage of your convictions and you should predict a flat-out knockout. He should just knock him out.
Skip, if the referee stops...
He should toy with him and then just put him down.
Well, we can't
put him away.
If we can't knock him out, if the referee steps in and stops the fight, that was our intention. That's what we were going to do.
Are you going to be in the ring?
No.
You said we.
Yeah.
Oh. You know what? Floyd might need your help.
No.
He might.
I'm in the Mayweather camp
just
for this fight.
Not suit jacket. He doesn't have, like, you can't turn it over.
Turn the thing over.
Popping buttons.
Split in the back.
Yeah.
Fox has all your coverage for the fight. Friday at 6 p.m. Eastern, we have the weigh-in on FS1. Saturday, 6 p.m. on Fox is the pre-fights and the prelims, and then we'll have the post-fight show right here on FS1. No mercy. Welcome back to Undisputed live from Las Vegas. We're joined now by the president of UFC, Dana White. Dana, welcome back to Undisputed.
Good morning.
You have said that Conor is going to win by knockouts. So how do you think the fight will unfold?
It depends. It depends on if Floyd does what he says he's going to do. If Floyd comes after Conor McGregor, this fight will be quick. If he doesn't, if he fights the way that he normally fights, very defensive runs, it'll take longer. But, you know, Conor is the younger, bigger, stronger man. He's going to put pressure on Floyd Mayweather, continue to hunt him down, and hit him with big shots. The kid's a knockout artist. If he catches him and hurts him, he will knock him out.
Finally, we have a little wisdom at this depth from a man who knows what he's talking about. A man who sort of came up with Floyd, right? You knew Floyd back when, right?
Yeah, the thing you have to remember is Floyd is great. Floyd, the thing about Floyd Mayweather, every day people get out of bed, whether you're a professional athlete or a normal person, every day is not your day. Every day has been Floyd Mayweather's day for the last 20 years, so that's strong. The guy's going to be on almost 41-year-old legs on Saturday. And anybody who's ever been on 41-year-old legs knows those aren't good legs to be on when a 29-year-old monster is coming after you. And he's not just going to hit him, you know, Floyd's so defensive, and he's not just going to hit him on the chin. He's going to hit him in the chest. He's going to hit him in the shoulders, his arms. He's going to put pressure on him. He's going to hit him with a lot of hard punches, and I think he will eventually catch him and knock him out.
Would you describe to this man the mindset, the psyche of the Conor McGregor you have come to know over the last couple of years?
The guy is like, I call him the unicorn. He's like no man I've ever met. He is so confident that he is going to win this fight. And even yesterday after we did the press conference, we went back to the room and he says, Dana, you don't understand. This guy's too small for me. His core is too small. His head is too small. It's just he's so confident and that he's going to win this fight. It's fascinating.
Dana, I've already paid $100, so you got my money. You don't have to sell me anymore. You mentioned that he's the bigger, stronger fighter, but you didn't mention he's the less skilled in this ring. So you're saying that he's going to land shots on Floyd. Will Floyd land anything on him?
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, if Floyd does what he says he's going to do and come after Conor McGregor, they will both exchange shots. Floyd is the best defensive fighter of all time. I find it very hard to believe that in his last fight, you know, to break the record, 50-0, that he's going to come in against a big, strong Conor McGregor and start throwing punches with him. I find it very hard to believe.
Right.
I think he's going to stay defensive. He's going to run. He's going to stay on the outside. But there's 12 rounds.
Right.
In 12 rounds, Conor McGregor will hit Floyd Mayweather. And can Floyd, you know, on those 41-year-old legs, stay away from him that whole time? I don't believe that he can.
But you know, to throw those big shots, you open yourself up to take things coming back at you.
No, true. Absolutely. Floyd is fast. Floyd is a very good counterpuncher. He's got unbelievable defense. He will land shots on McGregor. I'm sure he's going to land a lot of shots on McGregor. But so will McGregor. And McGregor's a knockout artist. Mayweather isn't. Can Mayweather play the defensive game and run around and outpoint Conor McGregor for 12 rounds? Absolutely. He can absolutely do that. But I do believe Conor will hit him too and will hurt him. And the thing is, everybody keeps talking about boxing. I can promise you this, Conor McGregor will not be boxing Floyd Mayweather on Saturday. They will box under boxing rules. This is going to be a fight. Right. This is going to be a fight.
But here's the thing. The thing that I'm having a hard time with, Dana, is that I understand that when you fight MMA, you have to be good at a lot of different things. And so when a guy's trying to be worried about a kick, somebody clips him, he goes down. Well, Floyd doesn't have to worry about that, so he's able to see punches better than, say, Conor will. It's not the punches, and we've heard Shane Mosley and Victor Ortiz, and we had Sugar Ray on yesterday. It's not the punches you see. They said, if I see a punch coming, you're not going to get me out. It's the ones you don't see.
Right.
I believe Floyd can throw punches that Conor won't be able to see.
Conor hits so hard, he can see him, not see him, whatever. If he gets hit with them, he's going to go. Conor hits hard. And all the people who thought that Conor, couldn't fight or couldn't box or couldn't, everybody wants to say that he can't box. He has boxed with boxers. He has sparred with guys, and he's done well. The question is, for all the naysayers, and the boxing guys always snub the UFC and always do whatever. When he knocks him out on Saturday night, what will be the excuse? Floyd was too old. Floyd didn't this. Floyd didn't that. Right now everybody's saying that this, there are the boxing guys are saying this is a joke. He won't land one punch on him and things like that. That's ridiculous. It's ridiculous.
So,
what will they say when he knocks Floyd out on
They'll
Saturday?
say Floyd was too old, except they'll be so shocked I don't think they'll say anything. But how much pressure is building on Floyd Mayweather Jr. to end this fight inside of 12 rounds? Because to me, it would be viewed as shameful if Floyd allowed this to go all 12 rounds.
Well, you think that. You think that Floyd would want to do this. The only thing Floyd cares about is getting that 50.
Yep.
You know what I mean? If he's got to run and hide and, crawl up on the ropes, he's going to do whatever he's got to do to get that 50. That's the only thing he cares about.
Wait a second. If it goes to judges, would you give Conor any shot in Las Vegas?
No.
I wouldn't either.
It's not even that. It's just I don't see a situation where McGregor outboxes and outpoints Floyd Mayweather. Conor McGregor's got to get in there, fight him like Maidana did, rough him up, hit him on the shoulders, the arms, the chest, hit him to the chin whenever he can, and fight, not box.
The thing is, but here's the thing. Okay, this will be great for you, the MMA beating a boxer. But is that really a good thing? Do you want your fighter saying that I can get a bigger payday outside? Because you saw John Jones, now we got to talk about him a little later, but you see Conor's like, well, hold on. I got to go outside of what I normally do to get the big payday. Are you afraid other guys will start taking this path?
Believe me, Conor's made a lot of money in the UFC.
He made this kind of money, Dana.
This is a fluke, 1 in a million type fight. Why do you think Floyd Mayweather's fighting Conor McGregor?
250.
Because they're two big superstars, and that's where the big paycheck is. That paycheck wasn't in boxing either, or Floyd Mayweather would be fighting somebody else right now.
But you get now. What happens
and if I was worried about that, I would have not let the fight happen. I let the fight happen because this is what the fans wanted. Conor McGregor wanted this fight. Mayweather wanted this fight, so we're doing it.
You ain't like you gonna get
no
no
way.
peanuts.
Do you think I wanted this fight? You think I was sitting around going, let's do Mayweather versus McGregor? I thought it was the dumbest thing that I'd ever heard in my life. First of all,
you said that a few times.
Yeah, I said it every day for months.
A lot of
people
times.
ask me. But when this fight was first being talked about, I was like, wait a minute, they couldn't even make the Mayweather-Pacquiao fight, and they're in the same sport.
Right.
You think we're going to sit down and make this fight? It happened, and here we are. But no, Shannon, this isn't a fight I was running around trying to make.
What do you think the numbers will be?
The numbers are already huge. This thing has already broke records and, tracking off the charts. The most distributed fight ever in fighting history. Over 200 countries. And boxing's not very big on digital.
Right.
And this is the first time this thing's going out digital. It already broke all of our digital records. And, yeah, it's a massive fight.
So
it's what I always say about fighting, though. I mean, in the United States, the NFL is huge. Cricket's big, other places. Neither one of those sports are ever going to be big globally. But when two of the baddest dudes in the world get together and are going to fight, as human beings, we're fascinated and we have to see it.
You have said this would go down as the biggest or greatest upset in sports history. It would certainly be viewed like that. But I think and I know, it really wouldn't be that big an upset to us, right?
To the boxing guys and some of these people out there that believe that it's ridiculous that the idiot, Bob Arum, okay? This guy came out the other day and had a quote that basically said, LeBron James is the greatest athlete on earth. If he went in and fought Anthony Joshua, it would be. Are you seriously comparing LeBron James fighting, the heavyweight champion of the world, to Conor McGregor fighting? No. Conor McGregor's been fighting his whole life, and he's a knockout artist. So these are the stupid things we have to hear from Bob Arum.
And the stupid things I have to hear occasionally from Shannon Sharpe,
Don't put him on Bob Arum's level, please. It's not that bad.
You might be right. I don't believe it. I don't believe it's going 12 rounds. I believe Floyd is going to get him out because I believe, like you said, he's going to try to pressure Floyd. this is what Floyd wants. Floyd is not going to take the fight. And I've told Skip this. He's not taking the fight to Conor McGregor. He's going to wait to get 49-0 and a chance to be 50-0 unblemished. He's going to get out of character. He's going to stay in character. If you beat him in character, you beat him in character. But he's not getting out of this. And I believe Conor is going to open up. He's going to try and chase him, and he's going to play right into Floyd's hand.
Not unless Conor gets under his skin. No mercy. Hey guys, before we move on, I wanted to tell you that the Undisputed podcast is brought to you by Barbasol. The biggest thing to happen to Barbasol since shaving cream is also the only thing to happen to Barbasol since shaving cream. Introducing new Barbasol razors. The brand America trusts for a close, comfortable shave now has premium disposable razors. Barbasol's close shave technology on every razor means you get an advanced pivoting head and ultra-thin open flow blades. The Ultra 6 Plus razor also features a 7th blade specifically designed to refine and style tricky areas like under the nose, sideburns, and beard. Visit Barbasol.com and get a $2 savings coupon and see for yourself why Barbasol razors are the #1 new disposable razors out there. You're looking good, America. You're shaving with Barbasol. No mercy. Welcome back to Undisputed. Dana White is with us. So, Dana, what were your thoughts when you heard about the change to the 8-ounce gloves?
Oh, well, you know, it was a huge battle when we were doing the deal that they did not want 8-ounce gloves. So we gave it up, and then Floyd came back and said, let's do it. And yesterday...
Why do you think that happened?
I have no idea. It's fascinating. I love it. It's great.
Do you think Conor got under his skin?
I don't know. I don't know what it is.
Dared him into it?
Or just confidence that Floyd has in himself that... You know, I don't want any excuses after this fight. Maybe that's how Floyd was thinking.
Yeah.
You know, if we had 8-ounce gloves, it would have been a different fight. So the 8-ounce gloves, yesterday after the press conference, they bring them in. Conor is going to use Everlast. So they brought the gloves in, and Conor slid the glove on and went like this, and all you can feel are knuckle underneath those gloves. And he's like, man, he messed up going with the 8-ounce gloves.
Ooh, Shannon.
So...
Dana, you know the man got to have his hands wrapped, so it's not going to be just bare knuckle in those gloves.
Yeah. So some of the times when you wrap the hands, it's actually harder with the hand wraps underneath them than they are with bare knuckle.
Floyd, I believe,
and you can hit harder with your hands wrapped.
Floyd has always fought in 8-ounce gloves, with the exception of 4 times when he fought at 154.
Right.
I believe Floyd believes he can touch him. I believe he believes he can touch him multiple times. And when you can put punches together, what can you do with someone, Dana?
It's true. Yeah. First of all, so I'm not so McGregor skewed here. You know, speed kills, 100%. Speed kills. Floyd's very fast, great counterpuncher, but he's in there against a knockout artist, the guy that if he hits you, you get hurt, and when he hurts you, he puts you away. So.
And by the way,
that's what makes this fight so fun.
Floyd doesn't ever hit anybody that hard. So if he does land some shots, he's got little brittle hands, right? He's had lots of trouble with his hands.
No, not
8-ounce
tons
gloves?
of trouble with his hands. That is true. He's had nothing but trouble with his hands ever since he was an amateur.
Yeah, but here's the thing, though. You know, against a southpaw, what's the southpaw's biggest punch? That he gets come back at him. That lead right down, bro. Ooh, Floyd used that thing like a jab, Dana.
It's true. It's true. He's not wrong. It's not wrong.
Dana, I don't want this to happen.
Well, you know what the reality is? That's what makes this fight so fun. You know how many arguments are going on all over the world?
Nonstop.
Will you come on next week? Can we come on next week? I need to see.
Yes.
No, I'm worried you're not going to come on next week.
One of us will be in a deep, dark depression.
Yes. So we found out this week that John Jones failed a drug test before his fight with Daniel Cormier. So what was your reaction when you heard the news?
I don't know. I don't even know. I was horrified. You know, it was... I can't believe it. I still can't believe it. I'm trying not to focus on that right now because of, Saturday, but yeah, it's bad. He's got to go through, the process now, and we'll see how this thing plays out. But yeah, it's bad.
You're testing his B sample now, right?
Yeah. Now they'll test the B sample. The thing is with USADA is when they get a sample that comes in negative, right, they make.
You mean positive?
Yeah, I mean positive. Yeah, when they find out that it's positive, they're absolutely sure when they come out and say, "Hey, this tested positive, that it's positive." So, I'm expecting the same thing from the B sample.
But the drug that he tested for is an old drug that they used in Eastern Europe. The East Germans used this drug. Right. This is A school. This is B school. Dana.
I'm hearing that this drug is out of your system in 2 days. That's what I'm hearing. I don't know enough about these things, but that's what I'm hearing. So that would make sense. And plus, it's all about who's giving you advice.
Right.
Who's giving you advice? He didn't. If he did do this, he didn't go out and just get this himself.
Right.
Somebody gave it to him.
Right.
So I don't know.
And Skip and I were talking yesterday. I said, do you have to question everything he's ever accomplished now? Because this is back-to-back. Normally, if a guy tests positive, Dana, it's a year, it's 4 years, it's 5 years. Not the very next fight after he comes back off a suspension.
It's crazy. But the thing that's sad is when you start saying, should we question everything John's ever done? He's the best to ever do it. He didn't need those drugs.
Right.
You know what I mean? But guess what,
guys?
Guys don't need cocaine. Guys don't need this. They don't need that. But they do it anyway. You know, they do it for whatever reasons they do it. John Jones is one of the most gifted fighters that I've ever met, maybe the most gifted fighter that I've ever met.
But then why, Dana?
I don't know. Only he can answer that question. Only he can answer that question. It's horrible. You know what's crazy is, you know, all the time that John Jones has sat out, I've said, what could have been? What could have been? What could he have accomplished by now? Where would he be? And then when he came back, I said, well, now he can take a run at heavyweight. He can do this. He can do that. It's just some guys can't help themselves. They can't get out of their own way. And he's definitely that guy.
So back to Saturday night. What would it mean to UFC if Conor wins this boxing match?
If Conor wins this fight, he's the biggest star on the planet Earth. I mean, athletes, anybody. He's massive. I mean, if you look at the impact Conor McGregor has had, you know, football players in the NFL doing the walk after they score touchdowns, NBA players doing the walk after they slam dunk or whatever. You know, if he beats Floyd Mayweather, it's massive, you know?
How you pay it?
How do we pay him?
Yeah.
Yeah, hey, listen, we're going to have to break off a big piece and give it to him. And, you know, listen, it's human nature. Everybody wants more money.
Yes.
Some guys are worth more money. Some guys aren't. Conor McGregor is worth whatever we're going to have to pay him.
Okay. So how damaging would it be to the sport, maybe the dying sport of boxing, if Conor wins?
See, I don't agree with that. You know, you say that if you're one of the guys that believes that Conor McGregor doesn't believe in, belong in there. This is a combat sport. When two men go in and start throwing punches, anything is possible.
Yep.
Anything is possible. So to say that a Conor McGregor win kills boxing means you're one of the guys that thinks he doesn't belong there anyway, which is insane. It makes no sense. He belongs in there.
Would it help the popularity of the UFC, which I think is starting to rival, if not pass, boxing already?
Yeah, I mean, on a global scale, realistically, and the boxing guys, more people know who Conor McGregor is globally than Floyd Mayweather. And that guy's been around for 20 years. Conor McGregor is a massive star. The UFC is a massive sport. And two men are going in there to fight. It's like saying if Floyd destroys Conor on Saturday, is the UFC over? It's a fight. Yeah. Anything is possible and anything can happen.
But didn't we like boxing a lot better when the Americans ruled, especially the heavyweight division?
Oh, definitely. Yeah, it's become a very European sport.
Right.
You know, but when boxing ruled the world, you know, back in the 70s, 80s, and 90s, man, you couldn't touch the United States.
Right.
The guys were unbelievable. The level of talent that was competing back in those days. But now, I mean, if you look at it, why would you? Obviously, mixed martial arts is going like this.
Right.
Why would you learn one thing when you could learn everything and be a mixed martial artist? I think that's the way.
Or why get punched in your head and you go play football or basketball?
Oh, you're still getting hit in the head playing football.
No. I got a helmet on. I got a helmet on.
Yeah,
I mean, if you look at the guys, you look at Deontay Wilder. That guy, he should be playing defensive end for somebody.
Yeah.
I mean, the heavyweights now, they're not like Muhammad Ali and Joe Louis heavyweights.
Monsters.
They're not 200-pound heavyweights.
Yeah,
they're 245 and 250. They're like super heavyweights.
Yeah, they're monsters. Yeah, absolutely. I got to get some of those guys, man. My heavyweight division needs some more guys like that. Yeah, I always say that. If these guys that are great athletes, when they're young, they have the option now to play football, basketball, I'd love to see them start playing mixed martial arts. And listen, contrary to what you believe, fighting is way safer than football. I would rather have my kids fight than play football. And both my kids play football, so, yeah.
Fight!
Oh, yeah. Way safer.
You ever been in a fight, Dana?
Have I been to the fight?
Yeah.
I've been there. I've been to a couple.
I'm talking real like fight? Knuckled up?
What? What are you asking me?
No, I'm just saying.
I've been to more fights than anybody on earth.
No, I ain't saying been to. I said been in one.
Oh, been in one? I've been in a few, too, yeah.
Yeah, that ain't safer.
Way safer than football.
Well, it's safer if you're a good fighter, Shannon.
Yeah.
So that would be a liability for you, obviously.
No, hey, Dana. I'm good with these things, Dana. You know, back in the day,
Yeah,
I thought these things with authority.
I saw you and Cube going at it earlier. It was like Craig and Debo, man. I saw it.
Cube gonna put me in this movie. Can we get a little wager? I want to get a little wager with him, too. Can we bet something, a nice little bottle of spirits or beverage?
You want to bet?
Yeah.
What's the bet? You already bet your lip balm earlier. What do you want to bet me?
What do you like to drink?
What do I like to drink? I'm a beer guy, but I'm a vodka. I like vodka, too.
Okay, what's the nicest bottle of vodka you can get? Johnny Walker?
Johnny Walker.
You like Johnny Walker?
That's not vodka.
I know that's
I don't even think you drink.
He doesn't drink.
I'll tell you what, I want.
Grey Goose. How about a bottle of Grey Goose?
I
That's
want
vodka.
I want
what you want, Johnny Walker? I'll buy you whatever you want.
No, I want something big. I want somebody this big.
Yeah,
Like
the
when
Magnum size, all right.
I want one of them old bottles that Floyd had made for his 55. That Avion tequila.
I'll bet you. Hey,
That's what I want.
I'll bet you whatever you want.
Okay.
I'm in.
Shannon, you're going to need a whole bottle of tequila on Saturday night.
And it'll be at some point in time next week. That bottle will make an appearance on Undisputed. Monday through Friday, expect to see that bottle sitting up there.
Hey, when Floyd looks like a snow angel on Saturday, you're the first guy I'm texting.
It ain't gonna happen. Floyd gonna put them. Ooh, man, Dana. You gonna be like this here. Carter, get up, Carter.
Shannon, just as a note, if anyone ever gives you a bottle of Johnny Walker that looks like vodka, do not drink it.
I got Johnny
Don't drink
Walker
it.
Blue. That's what I like. I got a bottle, got my name on it and everything.
No mercy. Welcome back to Undisputed. We're joined now by the CEO of Mayweather Promotions, Leonard Ellerbe. Welcome to Undisputed.
So we just had Dana White on. Now we get the other side of the story, right?
We get the A side on that.
A side all day.
A side. You heard
Maybe
him,
the B
Skip.
side. We'll see.
Leonard, how do you think this fight will unfold?
I expect the fight to end in a knockout
Sooner or later?
soon. I think that both fighters are going to come out and be very aggressive, and the fight will definitely end in a knockout.
So we just had Dana on, and he expressed a little shock over the fact that you guys pushed hard during the first negotiation for the 10-ounce gloves, and then he didn't really have any idea why you backed off and relented and went to 8-ounce. Can you give us your side of that story?
Well, we never pushed for 10-ounce gloves. Anything over 147 pounds is automatically 10-ounce gloves. And both sides, Floyd put a request out there that he wanted to fight in 8-ounce gloves, and we petitioned the Nevada Athletic State Commission, and they granted us the 8-ounce gloves.
Was that just supreme confidence on Floyd's part?
No, Floyd wanted Conor to feel very comfortable. He didn't want there to be any excuses after he knocks him out come Saturday night.
All right. So Floyd said yesterday this will be a quote-unquote cakewalk. We've had other fighters on, Shane Mosley, saying it'll be a joke, that Floyd will be laughing from the start. Is that how you see it?
No, I have a great deal of respect for Conor. He's a very good fighter, and I expect he's very awkward. So I expect him to come out very aggressive in the first round, but he's not used to getting hit. And there's a difference between boxing and MMA.
Go ahead, Shane.
I want to talk. I'm going to let you talk. You talk to him, Skip, because I already know.
So what is your view, just Leonard's view, of Conor McGregor as a man? How do you size him up, his psyche, what makes him tick?
Me personally, I think he's a pretty cool guy. He's a terrific fighter. He's done an exceptional job in the UFC thus far. And he's supremely confident. That's, I think, is something that you find very rare in fighters today. He really believes that he's going to knock Floyd out. That's what makes this fight so intriguing for the fans.
So Conor did make a couple of racist remarks, and what was your view? Was it fight hype, or is Floyd and yourself, are you guys taking those remarks very seriously?
Well, guys talk trash in the heat of, building a fight. There's nothing to it. Conor McGregor is definitely not a racist in my eyes. He's just a guy who's again, he's very confident in his abilities, and he really feels as though he's going to beat Floyd. So come Saturday night, he's got to put up or shut up.
Watching Floyd the last couple of days, I don't know if I've ever seen him as confident as he is right now. The guy was in the stands, was heckling him when he had the belt, holding the belt, and he told Floyd, don't get too comfortable with it. And normally Floyd would like, wouldn't even give that a passing thought. He walked to the edge of the stage, asked the gentleman his name, and says, I want you to be in the audience on Saturday night, and I want to hear what you have to say then. Why is Floyd so confident? Because he's confident, but I've never seen him like this.
Well, Conor McGregor has talked a lot of trash. He's vowed to the fans across the world that he's going to knock Floyd out in 4 rounds. And when the Nevada State Athletic Commission granted the 8-ounce glove, he said he's struggling to see Floyd make 2 rounds. So come Saturday night, we're going to have to see.
But I'm looking at you, Dana was supreme confident, but I'm looking at you and I'm looking at your body language. You don't seem worried.
Not at all. There's nothing to be worried about. Floyd's 49-0 for a reason. He's beat all the top fighters of this era, and he's dominated them. And again, I personally have a great deal of respect for Conor and his accomplishments thus far, because again, from the stand-up side in the UFC, he's knocking everybody out. But he's never faced anybody like Floyd Mayweather.
But remember, Leonard, he is 49-0, but he's also going on 41 years of age. Any concern there about, as Ray Leonard said yesterday on Undisputed, there comes a point when you walk into the ring post-40, you just don't have it anymore.
Well, as Floyd said, I think it was a couple weeks ago, he said that on paper, a lot of things favor Conor. Youth being one. Conor's 28 years old, Floyd being 40. Floyd's been off for 2 years. But one thing about Floyd, he knows how to fight. And from Conor's perspective, I'm pretty sure that he's going to come in great shape. But again, there's a difference. There's a difference when you're used to giving it, but can you take it?
So how concerned are you about ticket sales? They don't seem to be exactly flying out the door right now, right?
Oh, we're good. We're good. We're pretty close to, if not, I haven't checked this morning, to breaking our own record, which is $72.5 million. So why would I be concerned about that?
Because you're charging like $5,000 a seat, right?
So that's how we're going to break the record. Because we charging that and they're paying for it.
And you got to understand, Floyd holds all the records when it comes to the live gate. And again, he's breaking his own record. So he set the bar, and that's what it is.
High bar. Like an 8-foot bar.
Yep.
Jump it.
Here's the bar that I don't understand how Floyd has not jumped over. Help me out, because you know his finances. Is it true he owes $22 million to the IRS? Has not paid that off yet?
Well, what you have to understand is that when it comes to taxes and things of that nature, there are certain things that are put in place, and he's just exercising his rights as an American citizen. Floyd Mayweather has no problems with the IRS, because trust me, if he had problems with the IRS, they'd be coming to take his stuff. And Floyd he's made some very sound investments throughout his career.
You being one of them.
He's very well invested in commercial real estate. He's done a phenomenal job. He has a great portfolio. He has no issues at all.
So the IRS won't be sitting ringside on Saturday night to take their cut?
No.
No?
But you know what, Leonard? We're going to bring them their money anyway, because I'm tired of them talking. They ticking me off, putting our business in the street like they do it. Because he's not the only one that might owe a little something, but we're going to pay him off. Can you do me a favor? I need to do this a little favor. You know those money bags, those Hermes bags, those old big ones that Floyd got? I just want to borrow one. I don't want the money. I just want to sit it over here, because when Floyd put them things on him and put him down, I just want to see the look on them two faces. We're having to see that bag for 2.5 hours sitting there and knowing that it belonged to the man that kicked Conor McGregor. What? But
Well, that's gonna happen. That's gonna happen, Shannon.
That's
happening.
I didn't hear a promise about the bag, though.
I'm gonna have to go.
Shannon, I just hope Floyd doesn't need a body bag when it's over, right?
No,
no. It could get messy in there.
You want me to handle it? You're going to take care of this right here.
I'll take care of it.
Go ahead, Ed.
There's no way that Conor McGregor is going to beat Floyd Mayweather in my eyes. I mean, again, this is a fight that I expect, and the fans will see. Floyd's going to be very aggressive, and this fight will end in a knockout. And Conor McGregor will get knocked out in this fight.
So what do you say? 6th round, 7th round? What?
I'm not going to call any rounds. The knockout will present itself, and Floyd will go in there, and he's going to run him out of the ring.
Okay.
I got it in 9, Leonard. Born in 54, died in 63. That's 9 years, 9 rounds.
I don't know when it's going to happen, but it's going to happen. The fans will definitely get their money's worth because this fight will be exciting from the opening bell. That's why we're encouraging fans to buy now to avoid the delays with the demand of this fight. Order now.
So is this it for Floyd Mayweather Jr.? Is this his last fight ever?
Yes, it is. He's accomplished everything in his illustrious career. As far he's broken all the records. He's beat everyone in his era. What more is there to accomplish?
49-1 might lead to a 54. What would that be? 51st fight?
No. Again, with this fight, Floyd has grossed over $1 billion with this fight. He's set for the rest of his life, his kids' life, and their kids' life. He's had a phenomenal career. And again, he's looking forward to going to the next phase of his life.
No mercy. Let's talk about Kyrie Irving going to the Celtics. Kyrie was traded to Boston on Tuesday for a package that included Isaiah Thomas, Jay Crowder, and Brooklyn's 2018 first-round pick. We've been hearing about a potential Kyrie move since he reportedly asked to be traded. We're joined once again by Ice Cube. So, Cube, what was your reaction to this trade?
I hate this trade. I mean, I hate when the Celtics get anybody good. Why couldn't he go somewhere else? I think it's cool for Kyrie. Not sure about Isaiah, but we'll see. It's like you don't know till you see him go. I know Boston got a nice draft pick, so it'll be cool to see Kyrie drop some dimes to him. But this is what the NBA about. It's a shakeup. Let's see.
For me, it's just hard for me to. I mean, they have such a good thing going, and Kyrie wants to be the man. It's more important for him to be the man than winning championships. And I just.
Wait. Who says he can't win another championship?
As I was saying, Q, maybe it's because I come from a football background and there's 53 guys. But I guess in basketball, being the man is more important than anything.
Yeah, well, Kyrie, we got to look at it. When he first went to Cleveland, I don't know if LeBron was there or had just left, and he was actually starting to build the team back up without LeBron.
He built them up into Andrew Wiggins. They got the #1 overall pick. But that's how you build them up. Build them way up.
But they were on their way in the right direction. And then LeBron comes back, and I don't even know if he allocated himself to the team. He just basically was like, I'm back, y'all. Here we go. Here's what we're going to do.
That is correct.
I'm pretty sure Kyrie was saying,
wait, he did it like
minute.
8 days after Kyrie had committed long-term to Cleveland, thinking he was going to be the man.
They could have told him no, Q.
Who?
You could tell Dan Gilbert could say no, bro. You
left
left behind.
I mean, we talking about Kyrie. Dan wasn't going to say no.
Why not?
But did anybody ask Kyrie? That's my question. Did anybody ask him?
You run that by LeBron. You run that by Magic Johnson, Larry Bird. You don't run that by no Kyrie.
Okay, so that's why he's out of there. You know what I mean? It's like, you didn't want to run it by your star player at the time.
They didn't run it by Kareem to take Magic.
Well, Magic was a draft pick.
Yep. They could have said, well, we taking somebody else.
Yeah, of course. But Magic was a draft pick. This guy was coming, was on the team, left and went and won championships somewhere else, and they want to come back. And I'm pretty sure Kyrie was a little salty about it. He ran it and saw how it went. First year it didn't go too well. Coach actually ran his knee out, that Russian coach they had. And Kyrie Pops had to step up and say, look, man, don't run my son into the ground.
Yep.
And then the next year they win the ring. And then this year they lose it. So I see why Kyrie is done.
Why?
Hey, he's ready to go and
do
do
what?
what he started when he first came in the league, is to win a championship and run his squad. And
You know
he
he's
didn't
not
have a
getting
chance to do that.
You know he's not getting past
How you
LeBron.
know that?
You want to bet something on this right now, Q?
What you want to bet? You want to bet this lip balm? What you want to bet, man?
Hey, I tell you what, I want to guest spot it the next Friday. If I don't do nothing, come on and just throw the deuces.
No problem. I got you.
All right, that's
What do I win?
What you want? You can. Hey, I'll let you host for a day with Skip. Beat him down.
Oh, man, Skip might let me do that on GP.
That
What you
is
want?
correct.
What you want?
We'll figure it out.
Okay.
Offset.
I'm gonna be in the movie.
Offset. But
Yeah.
I think Kyrie could definitely. I think he definitely can make some noise with the Celtics, and I mean with
Gordon
them.
Hayward, Al Horford, and you gonna beat beat LeBron.
Yeah,
Wait,
yeah.
Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown. Have you seen them play? Woo!
Well, I'm not a Celtics fan, so I'm not hoping for this, but I think I'm a Kyrie fan, so we'll see.
Well, see, you know what? I was thinking about talking to Bron and coming to L.A., the Lakers, but since you talking crazy about that, we have to go on down to the Clippers league. How would you like that one?
Go on down to the Clippers.
Yeah.
Actually, we selling the Clippers for cheap.
Yeah.
We selling the Clippers and the Chargers if you want them.
So, Q, let's take it a level deeper. What are your feelings now on the Colin Kaepernick situation?
It's tough because, he's the first one out there. I kind of wish he would have did this during his Super Bowl run. Doing this at a time when people were questioning his skills. I think the owners can always fall back on that and say, he wasn't good enough for us. Has nothing to do with protesting the game. Because as you can see, a lot of other guys are protesting, and they still got their spots. And to be honest, I think it's all a distraction because what he was actually protesting was police brutality and trying to figure out a way to put a spotlight on police brutality where we can try to clean this up in our neighborhoods. And that part still isn't addressed because we're so caught up on this hangnail of whether he stands or sits. This is a free country. You can stand, you can sit, you can lay down, you can do whatever you want to do. And that's what's great about it. So I think we're all getting caught up on, like I said, this little hangnail and not dealing with the real issue at hand, which is police brutality.
Cuban, maybe it's just me, and I want to run this by you, but this is what I think. I've noticed that when black activists or an athlete take a stand, the first thing someone says that he has an agenda. They don't, when the Jewish community or the Asian community do something, they say they're trying to do for the betterment of their community. Why is it if a black athlete or a black activist does something for their community, it's deemed as an agenda, a personal agenda? You're trying to gain something. You're trying to get popular.
Well, we've been the scapegoat for a lot of things, in America. So, it's happening again. When we speak up for ourselves, we need to forget about it. We need to let the past be the past. We need to turn the page. But other ethnic groups can speak about their plight, their pain, their suffering, and its remembrance. So what we need to do, to me, as black people, is to not worry about people complaining about us complaining.
Right.
When something happens, you're supposed to if you get hurt, you're supposed to say ouch.
Right.
And if somebody's mad because you're saying ouch, that's their problem, not your problem.
Right.
So we shouldn't make people's uncomfortableness with our, pointing out the obvious, let us stop us. We should keep going and, get over it. And it's easy if you just leave us alone. Maybe we won't have so many complaints.
Right.
Try that one.
Yeah.
So, Q, did NWA have an agenda or a message?
NWA had a message. We didn't have an agenda. We were just trying to make sense of our environment. We were trying to put it to music. And in a lot of ways, and if you talk to a lot of rappers, that's like therapy, being able to get it out of your body and give it a physical form so you can study it outside of your body, so to speak. So, that was what we were doing, and then it took on a movement. And then we had to grow up real fast and understand where we were, our placement in the world, and that we were now spokesmen for not only for our community, but spokesmen for freedom of speech. And so that's how it turned into, this marriage of message and movement at the same time.
Yep, stuff of legends. The Big Three Championship is Saturday in Las Vegas at the MGM Grand Arena. Remember, live coverage begins at 4:30 Eastern on Fox Cube. Thanks so much for joining us. Looking forward to the championship on Saturday. No mercy. Thanks for listening to the Undisputed Podcast. I'm Joy Taylor. We're back again tomorrow morning at 9:30 Eastern. We'll see you then.
Fox Sports, one of one.